myself. Let me just. Okay. All right, done. Let me just do one thing. And before I do that one thing, I just want to introduce myself to each and every single one of you guys. How's everybody doing first? Kita nak tanya dulu. Semua sihat ke? Yep. That's great to hear. And I'm so glad to hear that everyone is doing fine. Before we proceed to talk about today's lesson, my name is Maryam. You guys can call me Teacher Maryam or Miss Maryam, anything that makes you guys feel comfortable. And I want you guys to know that today's lesson is going to be fun, relaxed, and I want you to try and enjoy it. Okay. And while we wait for every one of our friends to come in, ada yang tanya, boleh tak saya panggil teacher madam? Okay, first and foremost, teacher belum berkahwin lagi. So you can call me teacher. Okay, teacher is okay for everyone. So you can call me miss as well. And it's totally up to you. Basically, actually, you know what? Just call me. Okay, anything that makes you guys feel comfortable. So, how's your day today? What did you do today? Hari ni you buat apa? You dah makan dah? I bake cookies. Camilla, that sounds really fun. Let me just wipe this a little. Okay, ada yang cakap tak berapa clear. I stayed at home. I did nothing today. That sounds like a good day. Sometimes all we need to do is not do anything. Yeah, to just get, the best of everything. I agree. Now, besides talking about, besides having all of these amazing things that you have done, have you guys eaten your lunch? And if you have eaten your lunch, what is it that you had? Camilla said rice. That sounds amazing. Begitu sulit. Siapa yang letak nama dia begitu sulit kat situ? Kan nyanyi kan kat situ? I'm waiting for MC Plus class. After this, you have class. We have many classes that you can actually join. Afif, that sounds really good. Everything sounds so delicious. Now, siapa dekat sini yang passions daripada class teacher before this? Put up your hands. I want to see where are my students yang join balik. Begitu sulit tu nama sebenar tu siapa tu? Letak begitu sulit, I tak tahu nama you yang sebenarnya siapa. Oh, actually we have many of you guys in here. So to those of you yang baru jumpa teacher for the very first time, yang masuk seminar or class teacher for the very first time, welcome to the family. Walaupun kita hanya buat seminar for now, kita belum start our official classes yet, I want you to know that once you dah join the lesson or any lessons that teacher conducts, you are already a blessing. Okay, you're already my blessing. So we're all one big family here. So kalau ada soalan, don't be shy to ask about anything. Now, are you guys a fan of watching videos? I mean, do you guys think that watching videos makes you feel happier, or it makes your learning process better? I feel like it does. So I have a video to show you. One video. But this video digarang sikit. Video ni digarang. It's in conjunction to our topic. Our topic today is going to be all about your amazing environment. Then we're going to talk about environment. So in 1 minute, we're going to start the lesson. And I know that you guys are all very excited now that you are in Form 1. You're going to join Form 2 in no time, inshallah. And I know you guys are excited to be in Form 2. Are you guys excited to be in Form 2? Or are you not excited? I want to know. What are you feeling? Whether you are excited or not, tell me how you feel. Kalau you tak rasa excited, we can talk about it. What makes you not feel excited? Is it because they said that Form 1 is a honeymoon year and now you're joining Form 2? It's going to be the end of your honeymoon year. It doesn't mean that way. You can have all of the honeymoon you deserve. It means that you can have all of the fun you deserve. But you must always prioritize your studies. Don't take a long break and start last minute. Study, persevere through your years. Study perlahan-lahan. Study perlahan-lahan. Supaya you tak streskan diri you. Sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi bukit. Mana lagi senang? Nak baca 15 buku dalam satu hari ataupun satu page sehari dalam masa 15 hari. Does that make sense? I think it doesn't make sense. Okay, but you get the idea, you get the gist of it. Okay, not books. Okay, baca 15 page dalam satu hari ataupun baca 15 page dalam 15 hari. Mana lagi senang? Disiplin untuk 15 hari tu yang penat. Tapi for you to do something constantly, it's better for your mental health. Okay? Jadi sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi bukit. So don't rush everything. So start slowly. Now, sekarang ni kita nak tengok video dulu ke? Kita nak belajar dulu ke macam mana? I think we do a little bit of both. So let's see. This is going to be our Form 1 lesson. So I believe everyone in here are still in Form 1. Turning 14 soon. Turning 13 in no time. Bulan ni, tahun ni pun nak habis dah. And I'm going to share with you guys the videos. Maybe some of you guys dah tengok this video. You nak satu video ke dua video? I will bagi you dua. Tapi you kena janji I tulis introduction untuk I. Boleh? If you write an introduction for me, I give you 2 videos. Vote for 2 videos. Okay, let's go with 2 videos. Okay, let's go with 2 videos. But you have to write me an introduction. That's the deal. Deal? Okay. Now let's take a look at the very first one we got here. This is an article. It's going to be in your note expansion. Now, can I ask you a question that some of you guys already know what I'm about to ask, but those of you yang tak tahu apa yang saya nak tanya, I'm going to ask you eventually. Adakah artikel dalam bentuk format, karangan berformat? Is article a formative essay? Okay, ramai yang cakap no, ramai juga yang cakap yes. So let's see. Now, we're talking about article here. Okay, don't worry. Teacher akan support you to answer everything. Now, let me just get you a template for us to write everything. By the way, you don't have to worry about taking screenshots sebab semua jawapan akan teacher upload dalam MC Plus apps. So don't worry about it, okay? Now, kita ada 2 jenis essay when it comes to your note expansion. Ada 2 jenis essay. The very first essay is what we call as the formative essay. And the second one is what we call as the non-formative essay. Formative means berformat, and non-formative means tidak berformat. 2. The very first one is going to be formative, non-formative. Okay, so jom kita tengok. Contoh karangan formatif atau berformat adalah speech. Okay, you have your speech or talk. Similar ideas, kena ada greetings, kena cakap, hi, good morning, my name is Maryam. In conjunction of the World Environment Day, I'm here to talk about the ways of saving the environment. And as we all know, environment is the most important thing for us to take a good care of, because that is our only home. And then you start talking about it. That is for speech or talk. Now, number 2, we also have articles. Okay? Article is a formatted essay. Now, don't worry siapa yang cakap no tadi, now you know. Now, artikel adalah dalam bentuk karangan berformat kerana wajib untuk you ada format. It's important for you to write according to the format. Email semua tak ada dalam ni, my dear. Email semua tak ada dalam. Email adalah email message ni, dua-dua dekat dalam short communicative message. The first part ini adalah part 2 of your PT3 writing paper. So don't worry about it. Kemudian, what else do you think we have? Karangan berformat. Okay, Yang tidak akan keluar dalam PT3, but I would just want you to know adalah report. Okay, report. And then letter. Formal letter. Informal letters. Okay? And what else karangan berformat yang kita tahu? In any version. Report letter ni tak jarang sekali dia akan keluar. Okay? So let's stick to these two. Lepas tu kita ada non-formative. Dia tulis write an essay. Itu je dia tulis. Dia tak tulis apa-apa. Review performat. Review is actually a little bit in between. I believe that review is non-formative. Review ni dia tak ada format. Tapi dia ada gaya yang you can tulis. Ini ada gaya yang you have to write. So would you put review in formative or non-formative? I think review is in a form of, you can write review in any form. I think review can be in non-formative. Okay, but it's a little bit of both. So let's just put it in formative because I believe review wajib ada your opinion. Dalam your non-formative. Okay, wajib ada opinion. Tapi cara kita nak cakap tu dia tak ada ni specifically kena macam tu. Okay, so number 2 we have story. Very good. Tadi siapa cakap story? Excellent. Number 3 we have recount. And of course we have your review. Okay, so all these are what is going to be out in your essay. Now, except for report and letter. Report and letter memang teramat jarang sekali. Report memang takkan keluar langsung. Okay, now, so recount, review, essay, regular essay, this is what we call as factual essay. Okay, this is what they call as your factual essay. Now, I want you to take a screenshot if you want, or write it down in any form that you want. So remember, I repeat, karangan formative ataupun berformat, speech, talk, article, non-formative, tidak berformat, factual essay, story, recount, review. Clear on that? Okay, sekarang hari ini kita nak buat mana? Siapa boleh teka apa yang kita nak buat hari ini? Hari ini kita nak buat article, sebab teacher dah tulis besar dekat atas ni, an article. Nah, dia minta note expansion. So dalam note expansion, okay, in your note expansion, we need to talk about all of the amazing things yang you boleh ceritakan based on your own knowledge. Maknanya, artikel yang diberi, first thing first, you kena tengok tema apa. Lepas tu, apa general knowledge yang kita tahu, kita masukkan. Kerana artikel ni adalah another form of factual essay. Tapi dia ada format yang tersendiri. Clear on that? Okay, jom kita tengok. The very first part in here, dia cakap, in your class, you have been talking about saving the environment. Arrow sikit kat situ, in about 120 words. So I want you to highlight saving the environment for me. In about 120 words, write an essay to talk about ways to save the environment. So what is the title, my dear? Lepas tu dia cakap, you may use the notes below to help you. So what is the title here? The title dia dah beri siap-siap, ways to save the environment. Now let's take a look at the very first one. Practice 5R. Now sebelum ni kita dengar 3R kan? How come suddenly dia bagi 5R pula? Alamak. 5R guys. Dulu 3R. Macam mana ni? Boleh ke 5R? So apa yang 5R? What is the biggest R that we have? What is the biggest R? Okay, tak apa. Kita tulis sama-sama. Okay, I will write it down with you. First and foremost, the biggest R adalah recycle. Very good, Hanan. Okay, the biggest R that we have is involving the recycling bins. Di mana? You have to recycle. Okay? Now, bila kita recycle, You rasa cukup tak? Do you think recycling is enough? Cukup tak kita nak recycle saja? Macam tak cukup je kan? So, tulis sini recycling. Tak cukup. So sebelum kita nak recycle, okay, let me just take one thing. Let me just talk about a plastic bottle. Okay, let me just talk about a plastic bottle. Now, kita ada plastic bottle. Imagine kalau teacher nak recycle this bottle. Now, satu botol senang tak nak recycle? Senang lah kan nak recycle. Tapi imagine if I have thousands and thousands of same bottle being produced. Maknanya, kita keluarkan more and more bottle. Sebab alah tak apa, nanti boleh recycle. Alah tak apa, nanti boleh recycle. Logik tak macam tu? Logik tapi tak bagus untuk environment kan? Sebab the higher the demand, lebih banyak orang nak pakai, lebih banyaklah dia orang akan keluarkan botol sampai dia orang dah lupa pasal recycling. Terlalu banyak pula nak recycle. So banyak kerja. So instead of straight away you nak recycle, you kena fikir dulu. You kena fikir dulu. You have to rethink. Oopsie daisy. Lepas you dah rethink, what is it that you need to do? You need to reduce. Lepas tu, what is it that you need to do? Sebelum you recycle, recycle is the last one. Reuse. Is it reuse or something else first? Kita boleh try. Then reuse. Kalau tak boleh juga, what is it that we must do? Ada 5R. So we start dengan kita fikir dulu perlu ke tak perlu. Kalau perlu juga, alamak perlulah, lepas tu kita reduce lah. Lepas tu kita reuse. Kalau tak boleh nak reduce, kita reuse benda yang kita guna tu. And last kali, kita repurpose. Kalau tak boleh repurpose, kita recycle. Sorry. Okay, that is the 5R. Dia ada step by step. Before you recycle tu, ada 4 lagi step yang you kena think about. Okay, ada 4 lagi step that you have to think about before you recycle this bottle. You fikir dulu, perlu tak botol ni? Lepas tu tak perlu, you reduce. Kalau tak boleh, tak, you rasa you perlukan, you kena reduce. Alright? And then you reuse kalau boleh. And then you repurpose. Repurpose means you cari kegunaan yang lain. And then you recycle. Last kali adalah, the last resort adalah to recycle. Clear on that? Alright. Any question before I proceed? Don't worry. Kejap lagi towards the end of the class, teacher akan beri you the full version of the essay. Teacher tertinggal satu lah guys. Refuse. Refuse. Ni bukan reuse, ni refuse. Okay? Refuse. Refuse comes first. Refuse. Refuse dulu. Say no first. Okay, say no first. And then rethink. And then apa tadi kita ada? Refuse, rethink, reuse. What else the other one? Sekejap, kita check balik. Kita double check. Repair pun boleh juga. Tapi kita kena tengok. Before we recycle, we refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose. Itulah repurpose last kali ya. Then we recycle. Takut teacher beri you ajaran yang tak betul. Dari tiba-tiba teacher lupa. Pasal refuse. So refuse first. Repurpose ni you guna balik lah. Refuse, rethink, reuse, repurpose. Okay, clear on that? So ini adalah the steps before you recycle. Now, if you guys have any question, feel free to ask me. Sekarang kita nak tengok a video. Are you guys ready to watch a video? Okay, sebelum tu kita tengok dulu soalan kita. I want you to pick up all of the facts yang ada, cari semua fakta yang ada and masukkan and write it down somewhere so that you boleh masukkan in your essay, especially fun facts about saving the environment. Okay, so number 1 dia cakap practice 5R. Number 2, avoid littering. What is the meaning of avoid littering? Elakkan daripada membuang sampah merata-rata. Okay, elak daripada membuang sampah merata-rata. Number 3 adalah conserve water ataupun jimat air. You want me to write it down? Okay, elak membuang sampah merata-rata. Ataupun merata tempat. Conserve water adalah jimat air. Sama juga dengan jimat atau sama juga dengan save water. And then plant more trees. What does that mean? Tanam pokok. Raise ni bukan razi ya. It's actually raise awareness. Okay, what does it mean by raise awareness? Apa yang kita kena lakukan? We want to tell everyone. We want to tell everyone. Kita nak ceritakan dekat semua orang yang kita kena buat campaign. So what does that mean? What is raising awareness? What do we call it in the end? What do we call that? Raising awareness. Awareness adalah kesedaran. Okay, awareness adalah kesedaran. Very good. Tadi ada nampak sama juga. Kesedaran. Raising adalah tingkatkan. Very good, Safwan. Okay, tingkatkan kesedaran. Very good. Okay. Now, practice adalah amalkan. 5. Okay. Now, jom kita tengok video bersama-sama. Are you guys ready to watch a video together? You nak tengok video berkenaan dengan recycling dulu ke? Nak tengok general environment video? Which one do you want? I'm okay with both. Recycling first, okay? Since we are talking about recycling first. Kita tutup kejap. Dan kita tengok recycling video. Ting, 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 ting. Kejap. Teacher tak hilang lagi. I masih ada di situ. Still here, don't worry. Give me a moment, okay? Kejap guys, teacher punya internet dia jadi mengada-ngada. Hold on I punya internet, dia jadi mengada-ngada hari ni. Semalam actually they had an internet upgrade, so dia jadi macam ni sikit. Okay, it's here. Ready? Okay, ada iklan sekejap. Okay, we're going to listen to.
1 year's worth of bills paid by us for 50% off your bills with the Pay app or Pay them to you.
Okay, iklan kejap. This is on YouTube. I do not own the video. Let's watch this together.
This is the story of 3 plastic bottles, empty and discarded. Their journeys are about to diverge, with outcomes that impact nothing less than the fate of the planet. But they weren't always this way. To understand where these bottles end up, we must first explore their origins. The heroes of our story were conceived in this oil refinery. The plastic in their bodies was formed by chemically bonding oil and gas molecules together to make monomers. In turn, these monomers were bonded into long polymer chains to make plastic in the form of millions of pellets. Those were melted at manufacturing plants and reformed in molds to create the resilient material that makes up the triplets' bodies. Machines filled the bottles with sweet, bubbly liquid, and they were then wrapped, shipped, bought, opened, consumed, and unceremoniously discarded. And now here they lie, poised at the edge of the unknown. Bottle 1, like hundreds of millions of tons of its plastic brethren, ends up in a landfill. This huge dump expands each day as more trash comes in and continues to take up space. As plastics sit there being compressed amongst layers of other junk, rainwater flows through the waste and absorbs the water-soluble compounds it contains, and some of those are highly toxic. Together, they create a harmful stew called leachate, which can move into groundwater, soil, and streams, poisoning ecosystems and harming wildlife. It can take bottle 1 an agonizing 1,000 years to decompose. Bottle 2's journey is stranger, but unfortunately no happier. It floats on a trickle that reaches a stream that flows into a river, and a river that reaches the ocean.
Then what happened?
After months lost at sea, he's slowly drawn into a massive vortex where trash accumulates, a place known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Here, the ocean's currents have trapped millions of pieces of plastic debris. This is one of 5 plastic-filled gyres in the world's seas, places where the pollutants turn the water into a cloudy plastic soup. Some animals, like seabirds, get entangled in the mess. They and others mistake the brightly colored plastic bits for food. Plastic makes them feel full when they're not, so they starve to death and pass the toxins from the plastic up the food chain. For example, it's eaten by lanternfish. The lanternfish are eaten by squid. The squid are eaten by tuna, and the tuna are eaten by us. And most plastics don't biodegrade, which means they're destined to break down into smaller and smaller pieces called microplastics, which might rotate in the sea eternally. But Bottle 3 is spared the cruel purgatories of his brothers. A truck brings him to a plant where he and his companions are squeezed flat and compressed into a block. Okay, this sounds pretty bad too, but hang in there. It gets better. The blocks are shredded into tiny pieces, which are washed and melted so they become the raw materials that can be used again. As if by magic, Bottle 3 is now ready to be reborn as something completely new. For this bit of plastic with such humble origins, suddenly the sky is the limit.
Okay, how do you find that video? Now, do you think that recycling is easy? Now, the purpose of me showing you the video is to tell you that recycling is not that easy. It's not that easy. It seems pretty simple though, but why go through all that when we can go back to the idea of refuse? Okay, we refuse anything that people want to give you. For example, if I want to give you a plastic bottle, you tell me that refuse, use a reusable bottle, not a single use plastic. Single use plastic maknanya you pakai sekali je you kena buang. Dah lah bazir duit nak kena beli lagi kan. Duit satu hal. Lepas tu it's not good for the environment. So you refuse, you say no. Tapi macam mana kalau you tak boleh cakap no, you desperately need that water. Okay? So you desperately need it. So kalau you desperately need it, okay, refuse dengan rating, actually you can put it together. Okay, you can actually put it together. And then you ensure that you reuse the water bottle. Okay, refuse dengan rating together. You ensure that you reuse the water bottle. I'm going to show you in a better way. Saya nak tambah air di gambar. Actually, the actual ones ni 9R tau, my dear. Actually, we have 9R altogether. Okay, so actually you tak perlu rating pun tak apa. Okay, dekat sini dia tulis. Alamak, gambar teacher dia jadi tak comel. Terland dekat atas, so I'm just going to bring it down here. Just a little bit more, okay? Okay. So we have all 5 parts over here. So mula you refuse, okay? And then you reduce. Instead of just rating ni you bring it together, okay? You reduce, you kurangkan penggunaan dia. Kalau boleh reduce, you kurangkan. Maknanya jangan ambil banyak-banyak botol. Jangan ambil banyak-banyak plastik. Kemudian you reuse. Okay, and then you reuse. Reuse botol tu. Tapi botol tu macam tak sesuai je nak minum balik because it's not good for your health. It's not BPA free. Botol yang single use memang meant to be single use. Kalau you guna balik, it's toxic. It's gonna it is too toxic for you. Basically, it's gonna harm you. So tak boleh pula nak reuse as a bottle kan? So apa you boleh buat? Jadikan dia tempat tanam pokok, ataupun you repurpose it with for something else. And then what else? You can also repurpose instead of reusing it the same thing. Tadi apa yang kita buat, jadikan dia pokok, kita repurpose. Maknanya purpose dah berbeza dah. Tadi water bottle is no longer a water bottle. It's repurposed as a jar, or not a jar lah, as a pot, a tiny pot for your plants and whatnot. Finally, kalau memang tak boleh nak buat apa, barulah you recycle. Okay, so that is the motive of 5R. Actually, we have 9R's tau. Kita ada rating, kita ada rot, and many more. Okay, tapi we don't want to get into detail. And refuse ni akan sekali dengan rating lah. I put it together with rating, kan? Rethink or refuse. So all this can be written in your paper so that you can actually talk more about it prior or before you do it. Okay, I'm going to let you take a screenshot. Before you think of recycling, you think about all the 4 components yang ada dalam the 5R. It's no longer as simple as reduce, reuse, recycle. No longer. Tapi teacher, kalau saya tak ingat 5, saya nak buat reduce, reuse, recycle, boleh tak? Boleh. Tapi naikkanlah 4R. Rethink first. Okay? Ataupun refuse first. Ask yourself, do I need this? If I don't need it, then refuse. Say thank you very much. I don't need it. Okay? Now, ada juga yang rasa macam teacher, being eco-friendly can be tiring sometimes because it seems like we are the only one yang buat. And that is the reason why it's very important for us to raise awareness so that the whole world knows what to do. Okay? Now, are you guys ready? Done with this? If you guys are done, jom kita tengok the next point. Done with recycling. So, amalkan 5R. You understand what 5R is now? Practicing 5R? That's great. Now, let's take a look at the second one. Elak membuang sampah merata-rata. Now, why do we need to avoid littering? Number 1, tadi kita dah cakap 5R. Ataupun practice 5R. Now, why do we need to practice 5R? So you ask yourself that question. Why? Why do you need to do that? Because before recycling, we need to consider. Kita kena fikir dahulu. Okay? Kita kena pertimbangkan. Consider adalah pertimbangkan. We need to consider what? To Jadi first one apa? Refuse. Then reduce. Lepas tu reuse. Tak boleh reuse, repurpose. Sorry. Repurpose pula. Alamak, terbanyak pula apa kan. And then baru kita recycle. Clear on the first point? Why? Now, do you need to tell more? Tak perlu. All you have to do is just elaborate your point. Points using P, E, or E. Okay? Sama ada you bagi teacher point dan example, atau you bagi teacher point dan juga elaboration. Kalau ni point dan example atau elaboration, this is elaboration. Kerana you tanya why. Example ni lebih kepada how. How do you do it? Ada you bagi tahu lah how. How panjang sikit untuk recycling because you need to tell everything about recycling kan. So panjang. It's best for you to talk about one. So clear on how to expand your ideas? Now, jom kita cuba number 2. Let's try number 2. So number 1 done. That's it, as simple as that. Number 2, avoid littering. Kenapa kena avoid littering? Kenapa kena avoid membuang sampah merata-rata? Okay, number 1, practice 5 R. Number 2, avoid littering. Now, why is that so? Why you have to do that? To avoid landfill pollution, to avoid land pollution. That's very good. Okay, why? Tadi atas ni, before recycling, we have to consider. Okay, and tadi kita jawab, tadi siapa cakap? So that we will prevent land ataupun soil pollution. Okay? Okay, boleh tak kita cakap so that we preserve our surroundings? Boleh juga. Okay? Because it can cause our surrounding to be dirty. Very good. Okay? So we can avoid littering to reduce number or numbers of trash. Kurangkan pembuangan sampah merata-rata supaya kita kurangkan number of trash. Before kita buang, kita fikir dulu mana kita nak letak. Okay? Now, this one is very simple. This cakap simple kalau idea kita simple. Kita ada banyak point that we can talk about. Number 3, apa lagi? Number 3, conserve water. Okay? Conserve water. So, what does it mean? Jimat air. Kenapa nak kena jimat air? Air bukan free ke teacher? Macam banyak je air. Air tak free. Air sangatlah limited. Okay? So we can write about how fresh. Why do we need to conserve water? Ask yourself that question. Because fresh water supply is limited. It's limited. Okay? So we need water. Humans need water to survive. That's another point. Very good. Need water, not just water, fresh water or clean water to survive. Do you agree? So that's why we need to take good care of water. And then when we reduce the usage of water, we reduce energy to cleanse ataupun to treat, untuk merawat air kotor. So we reduce carbon footprint. Am I not right? Lagi banyak air kita pakai, lagi banyaklah air kita nak kena bersihkan. Ingat, macam mana air dekat Malaysia ni semua bersih, teacher? We are very grateful. Alhamdulillah kita duduk di dalam negara, we are currently living in a country that has clean water supply. I'm very grateful for that. And kita buang air je kadang-kadang rata-rata kan. Siapa kat sini masa dia nak brush the teeth tu, dia buka tap water tu, dia biar tap tu running. Do you do that? Siapa buat macam tu? I am also guilty as charged. Teacher pun buat benda yang sama. Kadang-kadang bila dah rushing tu lupa. Bila tengah rushing yang tu lupa. Tapi kalau tak rushing tu ingatlah juga kan kena jimat air. And if you notice, dekat public toilets, how do they save water? Macam mana mereka jimat air? They use not to say special tap lah, the push tap. Okay, the push tap, where all you have to do is just push and water would come out of it. Itu pun ada another way of you to save water. Gunakan certain tools and equipments that can help you to reduce and live effectively. Live effectively, yeah, okay, why not? The automated pipe, correct, the automated tap, very good, Bernita. Okay, so moving forward, so now you're clear on how we want to expand our ideas, as simple as using why. Okay, kalau tak boleh why tu dah tak ada dah, how. Kalau how tak ada, what. Kalau what dah tak ada, cari WH questions yang lain to help you. Okay, let me just bersin for a while, just please. Alhamdulillah. Sorry about that. Just some allergies. Now, let's take a look at the next one. So, number 3 done. Why do we need to plant more trees, my dear? Why do we need to plant more trees? Ding, 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 ding. Plant to have fresh air. Very good, Safwan. Okay, kita kena tanam banyak-banyak pokok to have fresh, to breathe more oxygen, kan? Betul tak? To breathe in fresh air. Okay, so trees produce oxygen for humans to live. Okay, trees produce oxygen for humans to live. Dah lah pokok bagi kita oksigen untuk kita hidup, kita pergi potong pula pokok. Alalah, sedih. So bila ada more oxygen, it prevents pemanasan global warming. Okay, it prevents global warming. More oxygen means it's going to be cooler. Okay, it's going to be cooler. So if it gets cooler, lagi sejuk, lagi senang untuk lagi kurang pemanasan global. Tapi kalau makin panas, what will happen? Increase of temperature, and the ice caps will melt. And as the ice caps melt, the seawater level will rise. When the seawater level rises, what happened? Flood. What happened? Natural disaster. So that's what we want to avoid. Not just flood, it's just so many other things. And if you don't plant more trees, what will happen? Flood can happen in tropical countries like ours because there will be land erosions. Okay, landslides caused by the erosion of soil, and we steal the homes of habitats. And it's not good. It's not good when the universe gives us something. Okay, we don't take a good care of it. Kita pinjam semua yang ada ni, kita pinjam. Tapi Bila kita pinjam, kita buat macam kita tak pinjam. You bayangkan kawan you beri you pensel, lepas tu you gigit sampai pensel tu hilang kepala dia dah. You makan pensel, rosakkan pensel, tak apa you potong. So what would your friend feel? What would you feel? You feel sad. And that is how the mother nature feels. Okay? Dia sedih sebab kita tak jaga dia. Dia nak bagi tahu dekat kita, dia tak perlukan kita. Kita yang perlukan dia. Rasa-rasa pokok perlukan kita tak? Perlukan sebab carbon dioxide kan? Tapi mountains, forest, perlukan teacher Maryam tak? Tak perlukan. Dia tak perlukan. Dia tak perlukan teacher. Teacher yang perlukan dia. Okay, so I want to show you a video to talk about why we need to plant more trees, why we need to conserve water. Okay, so these are all the why. Now, I'm going to go back up here. Kita jawab satu lagi soalan. Okay, tapi before kita jawab soalan, this is going to be our conclusion, conclusion point. I want to show you the video. Boleh? So everyone doing okay? Okay, if everyone is doing okay, let me just stop the video for a while. Stop the camera. Okay, get ready.
Some call me nature.
Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Earphone user, please take a good care of your volume as I'm going to play it right now.
Some call me nature. Others call me Mother Nature. I've been here for over 4.5 billion years. 22,500 times longer than you. I don't really need people, but people need me. Yes, your future depends on me. When I thrive, you thrive. When I falter, you falter. Or worse. But I've been here for eons. I have fed species greater than you, and I have starved species greater than you. My oceans, my soil, my flowing streams, my forests, they all can take you or leave you. How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really matter to me. One way or the other. Your actions will determine your fate, not mine. I am nature. I will go on. I am prepared to evolve. Are you?
Okay, now, what do you think of that video? What do you think of that video? I want to know what you feel. I want to know, do you think that video tells us a deep, much needed message? It's a message that I'm just going to switch on the line. Some of us feel guilty. Some of us feel guilty. Some of us feel like, oh my, we're not doing enough. Oh my, what have I done to my sweet Mother Nature? What have I done to this amazing Mother Earth? It gave us awareness. The first time I watched that video, I felt like crying. I truly felt like crying. The video really makes me feel like crying because I felt so guilty. I felt really guilty. I asked myself, wow, I've been using all this single-use plastic. I haven't cared to plant trees. I never cared of switching on my engine whenever I'm waiting. I never care to do the little things, the imperfection that will make us all perfect if we all become imperfect together. So it's not about everybody becoming perfect, but it is about how you put in your effort to do these little things that will save the environment. At least if you think that, oh, am I going to be the only one that does this? It's okay. It's okay. Because at least you know you have done your part. You have done your job. On the other hand, as what I personally believe that dapat pahala you buat benda. It's a good deed. You gain good deeds out of it. Dapat pahala sebab you sayang benda yang diberikan kepada kita. So how do you put this in sentences to tell people that, listen here, we need to raise awareness because we need to change the world's perspective at least. So what do? Coming to the last point, we raise awareness. Kita tingkatkan kesedaran. So how do we raise awareness? You can talk about that. And why do you need to raise awareness? You can talk about that. You boleh cakap, we need to raise awareness so that people understand what is happening so that people understand what is happening to our earth. Okay? It's okay. If you take a closer look on what you have been doing all this while, you will be proud of yourself. You nampak macam, ala teacher, tapi saya bawa botol pergi sekolah je teacher. Saya buat recycling project je sikit je teacher, macam tak cukup. Saya tak recycle pun kat rumah. Teacher pun tak recycle selalu di rumah. Tapi apa yang you boleh buat, kalau you rasa you tak sempat nak recycle, you reduce. So kita ada 5 hours. Okay? So you do that. Now, jom kita tengok the last point. So how do you do that? Okay? So raise awareness. That's the final point. And this final point is a special point. It's your conclusion. Okay, you need to raise awareness. And how do you do that? Why do you need to do that? Okay, you can talk about how. Kalau you nak guna how, kan? You can say, you can raise awareness by showing the current state of our environment. Tunjuk dekat orang apa yang sedang berlaku. Or you can also show the benefits or the pros and cons of recycling. Okay, or anything that helps us. Or you can also talk about, kalau itu adalah how lah. Kalau tak nak how, you want to talk about it in a form of maybe in a different form. So tulisnya. So you can talk about why pula. Okay, you boleh cakap tentang why. So what can why be? Why macam mana pula? So that people know what is going. Okay, that's it. So that people know what is going on. If you don't know what's going on, how are you going to make changes, kan? So kita kena tahu dulu apa yang jadi. Bila kita dah tahu apa yang sedang terjadi With God's will, insyaAllah, we can put in effort. Macam tadi kita tengok video tu, kalau kita tengok recycling video, kita dah rasa happy. Oh, this is what we should do. Taklah kita tengok video, kita takut sorang-sorang, tapi kita tak ada solution. Can all come up with solution. Who knows? Someday you will be the future generation yang invent so many new things to make the world a better place. Can we do that? So clear on our topic today? Wow, I'm so happy to see everyone state daripada awal sampai sekarang, semua orang so confidently writing and you are focusing. Very good Danish, very good Zana, very good Aina. And siapa lagi? Very good Shafika. Very good to everyone yang stay. Walaupun you tak buka kamera. Walaupun you tak buka kamera, you are constantly sharing everything. Okay, with me. Now, jom kita tengok. And Safwan too. Safwan, thank you for your great participation. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you the essay. So tadi I told you I'm going to ask you to write an introduction. Tak apa, kalau tak sempat, try to write the introduction on your own. Okay? Now, jom kita tengok. Ways to save the environment. The next time I see you, maybe insyaAllah in the class, we can talk more about it. Okay? Tapi next one, kita nak buat lebih kepada grammar. The next session yang teacher nak jumpa ni, teacher nak ceritakan lebih kepada grammar and how to build sentences and whatnot. So don't worry about that. This can still be something yang kita discuss dalam class when we see each other. So jom kita tengok what's happening here. So what does it say? Tadi dekat dalam video tu dia cakap the environment is our foundation, kan? I mean, we cannot live without the environment. But can the environment live with us? Yes. So maksud dia adalah environment ni is our foundation. Ianya adalah tiang utama kita. We cannot live without it. So it is our responsibility. Jadi it is our responsibility to take care of it. Jadi ianya adalah tanggungjawab kita untuk menjaga alam sekitar. And it can be done by practicing the many ways to save the environment. So mula-mula awak ceritakan fakta. Lepas tu daripada sini ke sini awak ceritakan, dah bukan jadi fakta dah, relate to title. This is going to follow the theme. Ikut tema. Tema kita apa? Tema kita environment. Now, masa you masuk form 2 nanti, I will teach you on how to use to write based on tema. So that apa saja tema yang keluar sampai you form 5 pun you akan guna benda yang sama. So don't worry about that. Okay, so right now I just want you to know, masukkan fakta, lepas tu masukkan title awak. That's it. Kemudian, the first point yang kita ada tadi, dia cakap to begin with. The moment you cakap to begin with, that's our first point. Gunakan penanda wacana. We can practice the 5 R's where before we recycle, we must consider to refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, and then recycle. First point. Why do we need to do that? So tadi I tanya why. So kita jawab sekarang. Jawapan ni kita guna pink. Because this will help to minimize landfill waste and recycle effectively. Maknanya tak adalah banyak sangat benda kita nak recycle, kan? Lepas tu point number 2. Prevention is better than cure. So we should avoid littering. Itu saja. Itu saja. Ya, itu saja. Sebab awal-awal teacher dah cakap prevention is better than cure. Ataupun it's better, in other words, teacher nak cakap, why bother cleaning kalau kita, kenapa kita menyusahkan diri kita untuk membersihkan kalau kita boleh avoid, if we can elak benda tu. Okay, so itu point dia. Sekali lah all in. Sekali ingat, prevention is better than cure. Now, another point, besides, we must conserve water as the clean fresh water supply is limited. That's what you must do. On the other hand, ada lagi satu point. Ada. On the other hand, saving water reduces the energy required to do what? Tadi I mentioned, to clean it. More point. On the other hand, tak nak on the other hand banyak sangat. Next, ataupun we must also, pun boleh juga, Okay, next slide. We must also plant more trees. So that's our next point, kan? So we must also plant more trees. Why? As it doesn't just give us oxygen we need to breathe, it also helps, but it also helps to prevent natural disaster. Okay, like we talk about. Lepas tu, macam mana kita nak end it? Finally, we can try to do everything, but it can only be enough if we raise awareness to educate others. Why do we need to educate others? We need to make them understand the importance of saving Mother Earth. Therefore, it is important for us to raise awareness to ensure everyone knows the effects of neglecting it. Neglecting maksudnya untuk mengabaikan dia. Okay? Clear? Yes, write in 3 paragraphs only. You don't have to write more than that if you don't want to. Just write 3. That's it. As simple as that. Senang tak sebenarnya? All you have to do is just brainstorm the ideas given. That's it. Okay? So that would be all. Answers will be uploaded in the apps. And notes expansion 3 paragraphs. Minimum 3 paragraphs. You can write 4, you can write 5, but I suggest minimum 3 paragraphs. Write more than 150, less than 120 is not good. Okay, more than 120. Maybe you can stop at 200 words. Okay, at about 200 words, macam tu. And that is all you need to do. So I would like to say thank you so much to everyone who had stayed in here until the end of our lesson. I am really, really happy to have all of you in here, and I cannot wait to see you guys again in our next session. So next time, don't forget to ask all of your friends to come in, because I want to share everything that you guys need before you masuk form 2. Nak exam ni lagi kan, you need a lot of things to prepare, and all Imo Fridas from my side is going to help you to do this. Okay, so let me help you to get the best result you deserve. So that will be all for me today. Thank you very much, guys, for being in here. I had a great time with all of you. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see you soon. All the best in your upcoming examinations. I will see you whenever I see you again, inshallah. Take care. Assalamualaikum. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.